the AC to shut off. I'd like to welcome all of you today, families and friends of the graduate, families and friends of a middle school program. It's not often that you have the joy of watching each individual child come through that span of years. It's really special. We know that they are all excited today. They're on the brink of a new adventure. They have before them high school and all that it brings. Not only the homework, the tests, the letter grades, and all of that, but there are dances, boyfriends, girlfriends, there are sports to deal with, learning to drive, all of that lies in front of them. But as they face all of that, we know that they are really ready. They're well prepared academically, socially, and emotionally. They are going to step up to the bat and the plate and hit a home run. They are ready to go. We're saddened a bit at the same time in that they're leaving us behind. We know, once again, that they are ready, but we no longer will be able to play such a key role in their lives. We've coached them, stood beside them, encouraged them, and sometimes downright pushed them to be the best that they could be. And they are an amazing group of 3 that are up here today before you. We can take comfort in knowing that everyone here, including the parents and families, have the ability to pat themselves on the back and say, job well done. Students, as you look forward, we'd like you to also remember to please look back on your time here with us, to take the time and stop and think with gratitude about those people who have helped and supported you along the way. We know that the students that are still here at Hacienda will appreciate having you come back and be mentors for them. You've always been leaders in your time here with us, and let's not have that stop now. Come back and help them prepare for the world that's ahead of them as they face their graduating days. And at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, and Dr. Glassman, I would like to present for you the candidates for graduation on this day, August 15th, 2003, Amanda Wong, Jean Acosta, and Nick Bonham.
Parents and friends, students, faculty, Joanne, in recognition of their efforts and achievements, I receive and accept these distinguished candidates as graduates of the Hacienda School. Congratulations. Please be seated. How are you doing out there in the sun? We're so sorry for the sweltering weather. We will speak with you for just a few more moments, and then we'll invite you for refreshments and for conversation on this happy evening. Can all of you hear me with this machine? Yep. And how's my hair? Is it holding up all right? That's good. During the year that will conclude at the end of this month, we have striven to increase very substantially the standards and the expectations of our middle school program and of our whole school. We have asked of our students that they do ever more to envision, to embrace, to expand their intellectual ambitions, their learning skills, their qualities of courtesy and grace, and a sense of responsibility to their families, to themselves, and to their peers. The graduating students who stand before you this evening and who shortly will receive the degree of their school have exercised admirable leadership in accepting these arduous calls, shaping them in their own ways, and pioneering a path that we hope and expect that their successors will follow. Many civilizations celebrate heroines, heroes, who choose to deploy the unique powers of youth to seek enlightenment for themselves and who then elect to deed it to their society. This is what all of our students have been working hard to do, individually and collaboratively. All of us who have had the happiness and the honor to teach our graduating scholars are grateful to each of them for the leadership that they have given to our school, to our community of learners. And as we congratulate you, we also thank you. The young people whom we celebrate this evening have indeed worked hard in this school. They have achieved much. Each of them is a bold and fascinating thinker, a literate, an original author, an articulate and intriguing speaker. They are fine human beings. They are sincere persons. They are responsible persons. They are persons who are filled with qualities of curiosity, daring, creativity, and kindness. They cause every adult who knows them to smile, for we realize that they will conduct their adulthood and they will lead the families that they form and the polities that they inhabit with great distinction. This evening we celebrate the accomplishments and the identity of three gifted and committed young women and men. Before we say farewell to them, all of us who have tried to assist their potential and to serve their needs would like again to thank our graduating scholars for being such brave and ardent explorers and such effective pioneers of change and growth. We know that we did not form your children, nor did they form themselves. For this reason, we also want this evening to honor the families and the friends of our scholars for doing so much to inspire and sustain the young people who have achieved this infinitely promising beginning to their lives. To the families and the friends who have gathered here, we say, this is a troubled era in an often troubled world. What a good work you have done with your children, our students. In this commencement ceremony, all of us at the Hacienda School thank you and celebrate you, as well as the children to whom you have given so much of your love and so much of your wisdom. Each of our graduates has chosen a faculty mentor who will introduce her or him to you. The student will then address you. John Acosta has chosen David Edwards as his mentor. David will now introduce John to you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you to parents and families and friends who have come out. Thank you, musicians, for filling the ceremony with music. In the game of life, there are players and there are spectators. Though this phrase may be cliche, it makes a valid point. That we are all faced with perpetual choice of whether to let life happen to us or whether instead to determine our own future. To create a reality in which we are free and able to learn, love, and live to the best of our potential. Jean and his fellow graduates share a common strength. They are all players, musicians with talent beyond their years, athletes of exceptional skill, thinkers and learners who commit to and follow through on their educational endeavors. As their teacher, I've had the distinct pleasure of helping guide the past year of their collective journey and travel we have from the fields of Del Valle, or Del Val, to the walls and slopes of the Sierra Nevada, from the steps of the Capitol to the columns of the palace. Throughout these adventures, I have marveled at the maturity these students demonstrate, and I have delighted in the interest and initiative they take in their own experience. It becomes increasingly evident that their education that they have received thus far has fostered these traits, transforming the inherent need to learn, which can be painful or tedious at times, into a joyful, passionate process. Jean, you mentioned recently that I taught you how to deal with life. I hope I have truly helped in that regard. And I suggest that the best way to deal with life is to deal your own hand. Remain an active participant in your education and destiny. Play on. Thank you, Sean, for inviting me to participate in this memorable occasion. As you transition from this environment in which you have thrived to the great beyond, I'm confident that each of you will discover and create opportunities to grow and learn at every turn. In the coming months, John will effectively set the tone by taking the field at Amador in both his football gear for the game and his band uniform during halftime. And while I have had to make the transition from sidelines to stands, from coach to fan, I'm certain there will come a day when I can proudly say, John Acosta, Nick Bonham, Amanda Wong, yeah, we used to play together.
Thanks, David. That was really good. Very good speech. Hello, friends and family. These have been very crazy years that have happened in my life. I remember coming to the middle school classroom with no one I know and no one liked me. But all the students thought I was like an intruder. I say intruder because I was from the Emerson Heads of campus, and that was our rival middle school. And I felt I was going to be eaten alive. And as days, months, and years went by, I got to know everyone, like Nick and Amanda. We made very good friends, and we shared some laughs among our wonderful teachers, or should I say about our teachers. I have grown and changed in so many ways that I can't tell you how much. You'll know this when you become a middle schooler, which my mom prefers as the dark age. Well, dark as it is, people around here, Hacienda will show you the way. What I meant about change was part of me that was selfish, irresponsible, no cares, and afraid what change might do about my past. It's strange what good friends and caring teachers can do to you, how strongly you resist it. Thanks a lot, you guys. I'm a changed man. Growing up and change can be a big step, most especially when you know what it means to move on. New friends, new teachers, new school. Oh, thank God I can keep the same parents, at least for a while. Good friends made such a big difference. Nick, for example. He's funny, very nice. We annoy each other. And of course, we stuck together through the fun and hard times. Man, you're the best. And also Jeff Gilbert over there. Whom I know since I was 6 weeks old. Remember that? We were in diapers together, huh? Not in the same diaper. I felt like I'd known him longer than I'd known my own mom. Speaking of teachers, I know that you want to be on the good side. Whether you like it or not, they hold part of your future. As Anna Maria would say, I will back you up, but the rest is up to you. This is in memory of my science fair project. Thanks for helping me and get me through the hard times. As for Peter's writing assignments, which is quite a bit, I swear I wouldn't be standing here today if I didn't turn in that last one you emailed me. Or did I? Those assignments taught me about life and about myself. I have to tell you that knowing yourself could be a little scary. Peter, thank you. Thank you very much. I was going to warn my brother about you, but it's too late. I found you all became good friends. To all my teachers for staying with me in my class all the way through. And Hacienda administration who believed me and all the other great teachers. Thank you. I'm not done yet, I'm not done. For my parents, last but not least, I appreciate everything you've done for me. 14 years sounds like a long time, but I am looking forward to the rest of my years. Dad, I didn't quite understand sometimes why you hold off on some of those compliments, but as I think about these years we're going to spend together, You are smart to save some of those. I learned to be humble and serious around you, and at the same time be proud of myself and not to forget about humor. Mom, no offense, I did not forget about you. In fact, I don't think there are words to describe how much you have supported me. These past few months has been enough for you and me. But what did you call it? Letting go? Sounds hard. But I think, Dad, you can really help with that, no pun intended. Thank you everyone for celebrating this moment with me, my friends and family.
Well, that's convenient. I appreciate that. Nick Bonham has asked me to introduce him, and I do that with a sense of great honor and appreciation. A little more than 1 year ago, the first day that I entered our middle school program classroom, a young man seated at our seminar table looked up, gave me an impish glance, and said hello. Careful. As I conducted the seminar discussion that followed, I felt moved by the breadth and the force of the student's intellect, the courage with which he expressed his convictions. He had many convictions, and the maturity of his thought, his emotion. During our class, I learned that the name of this poised young man was Nick Bonham. I remember thinking as we spoke how much control of himself and ambition this person had, and how much longing. It seemed to me that he longed for knowledge, disciplines in their books, yes, but much more, he longed for experience. He wanted to know the world, and he wanted to know life. Nick does not just want to read or to see films about life. He wants to test himself in it and against it. He wants to explore and measure his personhood by encountering people and places, cultures and contexts. Nick has made many journeys in our country and to other nations. He has chosen to test himself incessantly and exuberantly in many challenging areas of human endeavor, in sport, in music, in the exploration of nature, most uncompromising of all, in cooking. Nick has also been a voyager in our school. He has chosen to receive every aspect of our curriculum in his learning as though they were raw elements of life that required raw reply from him, from his identity, from his moral imagination. These are some of the reasons why all of Nick's friends and all of his teachers regard him as a voyager. We recognize and admire him for the intensity, courage, his willingness to expose himself to measurement and definition. Like Lanyap, he is also a person who is tender of heart, steadfastly loyal, and infinitely responsible. How good that he loves and honors his mother, and that he loves and protects his younger sister. War and Peace is the most magnificent work of mine that I know. In the last moments of this brilliant and beautiful novel, A young man of middle school years named Nicholas, Nikolinka in Russian, lies awake one night, thinking about life, its meanings, his own purposes. He thinks with profound sincerity and intensity. As he sinks slowly into his sleep, he thinks, I know that my parents want me to study, and I am going to study. But someday I shall have finished, and then I will act. Everyone shall know of me, shall love me, and admire me. All at once, Nikolinka felt his breast heaving with sobs. He burst into tears. And my parents, yes, I will do something that even they would be content with. Nick, it is hard to say goodbye to you, but we do that with a smile, because we know there is much work waiting for you in the world, and we know that you will do more than your share of it. We also know that during every day of your future, just as every day in your past, you will make your parents and your sister deeply proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nick Bonham would now like to address you.
First off, I would like to present a thank list. So if you know or ever met these people that I'm about to say, please stand up as I announce their names. Big thanks to my mom, dad, and sister. My grandparents, Nadine and Edward Bonham. And Ruth H. and Skylar H. Peter Glassman, Joanne Kamara, David Edwards, Maida Shivik, Anna Maria Hurd, Paul McNeese, Tiffany Baptiste, Jim Briggs, Patrick Blunt, Troy Oswald, Brenda Thompson, Jeff Martinoff, Maria Cunha, Carla Lopez, they were my teachers once too. David Lafee, Susan Billings, Ani Terriers, I'm not sure, Joanne Baird, Michael Strong, and of course all the students. When I first came to the CDC at the end of 1989, I was going to school with a much different cast of teachers and students. Some of the teachers stayed with me, like Joanne and Maria, but unfortunately I can't say the same about my comrades. Back in those days, I wasn't factoring binomials or finding the perfect square. The hardest thing I was doing is stacking blocks on top of each other. Aside from the teachers and students, I was a little different as well. Besides the fact that I've grown about 4 feet and gained about 120 pounds, I've also learned many valuable lessons. The teachers here teach all the students every day. Lessons such as listening is important as expressing, self-problem solving, and that one needs to learn how to be a team player as well as a team leader. Going to Hacienda has not only given me a great education, but also something that, in my opinion, is more important, the ability to think. From what I have heard, and don't quote me on this, public school is mostly memorization. The students there memorize formulas, names, and events. If you think about it, though, the ability to think can grant you with that information that other people try to memorize without ever having to look at a book. If one is able to think, they will be able to think of the formula, name, or event, granted they have a little base information. This skill has proven useful to me time and time again throughout the years. I've gone to this school almost my whole life, so naturally I didn't know anything else out there, but I plan to meet it head on. After today, it's on to Foothill High School. Next, I'll set my whole goal high and hope to attend Cal Berkeley. While there, I plan to follow in both my parents' footsteps and get a PhD. As for a career choice, I might pursue a future in politics, as it has been recommended to me by so many people. I I'd like to say thank you and goodbye to all my teachers and friends at this school. I have experienced a fun and educational time here at Hacienda. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anna Maria. You do not know who I am. Amanda. I am truly honored that you selected me to be your mentor. I have had the privilege of knowing Amanda for the past 3 years. And the very first time I ever met her, she was this little girl. And wow, has she grown into this beautiful woman. We were off to a camping trip in which she was not very excited about taking showers in this porta potty building looking thing. She kind of did this like, are you serious? Am I going to be in here taking a shower? Yeah, you have 3 minutes. Hurry up. Amanda, this past year, I have truly been honored in being your teacher. You have made it a joy for me at times. She is the type of student that makes you really appreciate the ability of having a young lady in a classroom challenge what you're teaching, challenge what her peers think, challenge the world. And she has done so in everything. And I know her mom and I and her dad and I, we've all spoken about her challenges. Challenges to listen and to get dressed for PE. But yes, we have enjoyed your creativity and your ability to think and your inspirations for all of your peers and what you have done in science and in your studies here. Amanda, nothing can stop the woman with the right mental attitude for achieving her goal. Nothing on earth can help the person with the wrong mental attitude. I know that you are leaving us with a determined attitude to make wonderful things out of yourself and those around you. Thank you and good luck. Miss Amanda Hall.
Thank you all for coming here today. I thank my parents and my family for their love and support. I thank all my teachers for helping me and teaching me these many long years. And last but not least, I thank all my friends. You've come and gone and shaped who I am, but primarily made my life here enjoyable. I will always remember the first month of my first grade year. I always stood at the window, watching and crying as my mom walked off to her car. I never wanted her to go. I didn't want to leave my comfort zone. Eventually, I would stop crying and morning meeting would start. I had a friend, Kaylee, who transferred from kindergarten to first grade with me. Even though I knew her, I was still afraid of starting in a new classroom with a bunch of older kids than I. Eventually, I stopped crying in the morning and grew accustomed to a new class. Now, I don't even need my mom to come in with me anymore. The school has become my home away from home. I feel extremely comfortable here, and that's how anybody should feel. During my 10 years here, I have gained a wealth of knowledge that I could not hope to gain had I attended public school. Here, I have learned many important lessons about school, friendships, and life. I will never forget these lessons, and I know they will help steer me in my years to come. When I move on to high school, there will be many things I'll miss. My teachers, friends, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, but my fun assignments will all be treasured and longed for. The thing I'll probably miss the most will be seminar. I loved talking and arguing about the Iliad and the Odyssey. The discussions helped me better understand what message the author was trying to convey. I suppose that could be used as a metaphor for life. By learning, experiencing, and talking, you discover more what the author, life, is trying to tell you. The school has given me the unique opportunity to form my own ideas and feelings toward many important subjects. I'm glad to have such firm and grounded beliefs at this age. I thank everybody who has ever helped me. I would not be who I am today if it weren't for you. Though I'm happy to be moving on, I'll miss you all and nobody will be forgotten. Thank you.
We would now like to invite our graduating students to receive their diploma from their school director, Mr. Jean Acosta. Mr. Nick Bonham. Miss Amanda Wong. I think all of you know Tiffany Baptiste. Tiffany will speak to you now.
I would like to invite the class of 2003 to present their stepping stones. With this year's stones, we are well on our way to creating a path around our beautiful garden. In addition to our graduate stepping stones, we would like to add 3 more stones this year. Remembrance of others that we have lost, their children who have created stones. To add to the Hacienda path of memories. Thank you.
going to conclude our graduation ceremony, I'd like first to thank the children from the lower elementary and upper elementary programs for their wonderful program. They worked so hard, and your music was lovely. Thank you, students. We'd also like to thank Tiffany for all that she did to mount this event and for all that she always does to make this school so singular and so sweet. We'd like to thank the student and alumni band for their beautiful music. Brenda and Troy, great job, and thanks a lot. And we'd like to thank the faculty of the school and the faculty of the lower elementary and upper elementary programs for all that they do to create and to hold this community. We're going to do a little sneak up on Joanne Navarro now. If you can be patient for one more moment. On behalf of the entire Hacienda School community, I'd like to say a special word of thanks to Joanne. Joanne founded our school. She has shaped its programs, and she has shaped its spirit. She has shaped, and she has steered. She has steered this school through calm waters and through troubled shoals. Many hundreds of children have been deeply influenced by her philosophies and her practices. She has inspired all of us with her vision. She has fueled us with her passion, and she's protected us. That's a private joke. Don't mess with Joanne or with her school. Joanne has protected us with her labor, too. Have any of you known anyone who works so hard for children to help parents? Joanne, thank you. We warmly invite you now to join us for a slideshow of our graduates' lives that will be on display in the middle school classroom. We will run the slideshow continuously, so each of you will have a chance to see it up close and personal, as we used to say. Refreshments are ready for you. We hope that you will join us for refreshments and for conversation. Please will you join us now indoors, and thank you for coming tonight.